Michael, in fact, you spoke to the mayor just a short while ago, and he pretty much denied that there was any basis for the Hawks to be investigating in the first place. Is that right?
Yeah, so the executive mayor of Rustenburg says they've played open cards with law enforcement from the beginning of their investigation last year. He and the municipal manager, Ngobile Sitole, said that the Hawks seem to be acting in silos where they would be visited by Hawks officials from Klerksdorp requesting documentation, which she says they then supplied hard and electronic copies, and then a team from the Pretoria Hawks office would arrive and ask for the exact same documents. So perhaps the left hand didn't know what the right hand was doing. Those are the allegations being made against them, saying that they've played open cards, they've been open, they've been transparent, they're trying to get rid of the rot in the municipality. 7 members of the bid evaluation committee were fired last year following an internal forensic investigation into tender irregularities. So they maintain that they're cleaning house here and that they feel that everything they have done, according to legal opinion which they've sought, shows that there was a competitive bidding process for 3 tenders in particular. So I put these allegations to the Hawks' captain Rikotso, who had a lot of knowledge about this particular search and seizure operation at the building behind me on the 5th of March. And she says, well, it's news to her that they've been playing open cards, and there would have been no need for them to search and seize if they had all the documentation that they required. So I asked her if she is happy, and that if the Hawks are happy that they've been able to bolster their investigation with what they were able to get here. She says they seized laptops, documents, they downloaded information off the servers and off individual computers here, and that they feel that has certainly strengthened their case. They're looking into one tender especially. We know there's tender irregularity allegations around security contracts, which was reportedly 300 million rand worth. The mayor disputes that, saying it's a lot less. If memory serves, about 65 million rand. There's another 85 million rand contract, 25 million of which has been spent. And it's around a water and sanitation tender that the Hawks specifically came to these offices to download and seize laptops. They say they're happy with their siege and what they were able to yield from this search and seizure operation.
Michael, that's a lot of zeros you're talking about there. And I mean, from our experience in covering stories like this, the Hawks generally would not act on a search and seizure warrant if there wasn't some serious basis for it.
Yeah, it's clear that they were not happy with the documentation that had been handed to them. And I mean, that's exactly what a search and seizure warrant is about. Going in and taking what perhaps people are not disclosing to you or have not given to you that is on their computers. So they are confident that there was a reasonable basis. A warrant wouldn't have been approved by a judge or a magistrate had there not been reasonable cause to come in and seize the necessary documentation. So they're standing by the reasons for that search and seizure operation. The mayor saying that the Hawks came in, they were very heavy-handed, they were intimidating some of the mayor's staff. Everybody on the 7th floor, nobody in, nobody out, nobody was allowed to leave the building. They said people were treated like criminals, and that the Hawks official that was here on the day actually apologized to the mayoral staff for the way that the Hawks operatives had handled themselves. So it's he said, she said at the moment, but the mayor adamant that everything is being done above board, that competitive bidding processes have followed all these tender applications and tender processes. The Hawks saying, well, perhaps not.
Michael, of course, we're looking at everything that unfolds now in the sort of political setting in South Africa through the lens of elections 2019. Many are saying this is a watershed moment in South Africa as we head into the national elections again. Did the mayor say anything about him perhaps thinking that this is part of some sort of a political campaign?
The question was put to him. He said he's going to stay out of the realm of politicking or thinking that this is part of some grand political conspiracy against an ANC-led local municipality here, Rustenburg in this case. I did ask him about some aspersions that have been cast on these tenders by the economic freedom fighters in the Northwest, saying that one of the tenders, in particular the so-called 300 million rand tender, as it's referred to in media reports, that the proceeds of that was going towards funding the ANC election campaign. That is an allegation that he has dismissed.
Right, well, thanks very much for that update. Our reporter Michael Apple live to us there from the Northwest Province.